Hey guys, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. My apologies for this very ugly backdrop, but the lighting was good in here, so I decided to go with it. Anyway, guys, what I'm about to talk about is real. It is a huge problem. It can be a real problem with serious consequences, rarely talked about, rarely thought about. But if you're going to live in Costa Rica, you should highly consider this almost on a daily, or be aware of this on a daily basis. Now, I'm not talking to you people that have mastered Spanish. I've lived down here long enough to know that most people have not mastered Spanish. They know Spanish, they might have a good command of it, but very few people actually master it. Now, you're probably thinking, well, Mike, yeah, we're to come down here, we're going to learn Spanish. I already know a little Spanish. We want to, immerse ourselves in the culture, talk to the locals, and we don't want to disrespect the country by not learning Spanish. I totally get that, totally understand, and I would encourage that. But what I'm going to talk about is definitely about communication and language, not just Spanish, but also English. All right, there's a lot of dynamics that get involved here. Are you speaking as good as you're speaking? Are they understanding as good as you hope they are? Do you understand them as good as they hope you're understanding? And then if they go, oh no, just speak English, my English is better than your Spanish, do they really understand English as good as they say? And are you getting your point across? So you see all the dynamics, and you can probably see real quick how things could get really messed up quick. Now, the other problem with that is the universal issue of people saying they understand something when they don't. They might get the gist of it, they kind of get it, they think they know, and what do they do at the end? See, yeah, I got it, I got you. And I'll tell you this, I got a perfect example of this. This happened when I first got here. Me and D'Angelo first got here. We knew a little Spanish. I'm not saying we were totally stupid, but we went in a restaurant and I heard, hola, ¿cómo estás? I know the guy's name was Mario, or I think it was because I heard the name Mario. I heard fajitas. I heard bueno, que rico. And then I heard especial. I heard some other words. And I was certain that the especial was fajitas, so that's what I was going with. I want me some fajitas. So when he gets over to me again, I say, yes, the especial sounds great, And he's like, okay, especial, I get it. So when he got back, I got an overcooked tuna steak. Because what he really said was, the fajitas aren't that good here, but the special is really good. And then somewhere in that conversation, I was wanting my meat in my fajitas cooked well, so I got a well done tuna steak. And if you know anything about tuna steak, that is like sacrilegious. So you see how that got messed up real quick? Okay, now that's just a restaurant scenario. You can put this scenario in a million different avenues. It can be with when you're going through immigration. It can be when you're doing banking. It can be doing when you're lawyering, when you're trying to start a business, when you're building your house. There can be some serious issues. And a lot of times people are saying, you think they understood, and they say C, you say C, everybody's saying C, I understand, and then you're wondering why you got this tuna steak. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible, and it can have serious ramifications and consequences, especially on big things. You want teak wood. You want teak wood. Your house is being all teak. Why is it maple? What happened? How did this happen that this is not teak wood? I got a pallet loads of maple wood out here. Because you probably said it. You probably admitted to it. You probably said C. You thought you understood. You knew most of the things that were being said. And remember, this can work in the reverse. So he's misunderstanding. You're misunderstanding. You think he understands. You get it. Nobody gets it. And it's totally messed up. And you're wondering why you paid too much. You didn't get what you wanted. And it's a fiasco. I'm telling you, man. Don't underestimate what a problem this could be. Now, and then the other thing that can make this 1,000 times worse is this culture, like a lot of cultures. The Asians also do this. The people in the South in the United States tend to do this. But they say yes to everything anyway. Even if, okay, they might understand it, they might not, but they always say C because they don't want to disappoint you. So you already got another problem if there even is a miscommunication. So I hope you're getting it, right? You're getting this? How bad this can go sideways and south really fast. Now for me, I lost a relationship almost solely, 70-80%, because of miscommunication. Because when you're trying to tell people feelings, or I feel like you took advantage of me and this hurts me in my heart, and you're doing, trying to talk concepts and, things that are all this touchy-feely stuff, it doesn't always get across, but you think you know what you said, and this is exactly what happened. I think he understood me. Did he understand me? No, he didn't. He thought I understood him. One time I got him something for a present. I said, I totally understand, but I got him, it was blue. He wanted red. He goes, I told you I like red. I love red. I hate blue. I got the blue one. And that, again, a little thing, but it was way worse than that, and it got way worse than that. So, communication is key. So now what can you do about it? Okay, what can you do? So obviously practice your Spanish more is always good. Hey, if you got to pull out the translator, pull out the translator. Now, always recommend, if you're doing something serious, like lawyering, banking, immigration stuff, you might want to take a trusted friend that speaks both. No matter, I know people that have a good command of Spanish, and they still take a trusted friend that speaks both languages just to make sure they're understanding what's going on. A lot of times you can, I have another video about this, you can ask little simple yes or no questions. Very ones that you make your Spanish very plain of what it is you want, and you expect a yes and no in return. And the other thing is you got to do is you got to watch the work. So when you get somebody working on your bathroom and you want copper tubing, piping, you got to make sure, because he'll have like the plastic, and you don't want that. But there was a misunderstanding, so you have to watch the work. You have to be there. You have to see, make sure that it's the teak wood pulling up to your house. It's all those things, and this is a big problem. Nobody ever admits to it when they didn't make it down here, and a lot of times miscommunication, misunderstanding was at the root of it all. All right, guys. Hope you kind of got it. And again, this is a heads up video just to make you aware. I know you kind of know this. All right. I'm Michael Allen, TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Peace, guys. Hope it helps.